Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash, trending news and entertainment.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and we're welcoming you to Daily Flash. We got today's trends, tomorrow's talk, and we got you. We love it.
And we've also got our social media king, James Alexander. Hey, James.
Yes.
James.
I'm looking forward to all these comments that you guys have of our show. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Facebook, please, please, please leave a comment.
Yes.
And also go to our website at dailyflashshow.com. I will use some of these comments on the show, and if they're great, I'm going to talk about you. If they're bad, I'm really going to talk about you. If they're so-so, then, you may get a wink and wink. But other than that, please go to our website and all our shows.
All right.
Okay, James, don't go anywhere. I have a question
Stick
for
around.
you.
All right.
When you fly, what airplane seat do you like to sit in?
Oh, my gosh. So I used to like to sit in the aisle, but my shoulders are so wide, people always bump into me. No problems with, some of the female flight attendants. But now I like sitting by the window. So
Okay,
I'll sit by
window.
the window.
All right, Mitch.
8 rows back on the left side.
Oh, really?
At least 8. I don't like being up there in the front. I like 8 rows back on the side, on the right, so I could put my head up to the pillow. And the airlines that allow you to pick your own seat, that's what I always do. But when I go and buy a seat, I try to get as close as I can to 8 rows. There's no reason why. It's just that I'm comfortable. I like being at the same place. I know where I'm at all the time. And sometimes that doesn't happen. I have to be sitting way in the back.
Yeah.
Do you have a place?
I like to sit by the window in the bulkhead or in the emergency row, because then you have a little extra leg room. You don't have the opportunity to put the seat back in the emergency row, but I never really get much out of the seat.
I
back
think
anyway.
you should get a discount if you're on emergency room, because they said, you are basically an employee at that point, right?
That's a great
Right? I've always thought that. They're like, and by the way, try this one time. Like, they'll go, the flight attendant will come up to the exit row and act like you don't pay attention, like you're not paying attention.
They get mad at
Hey,
you.
you have to. It's by law. That's their job.
Oh,
I've had, seen this where, hey, I need you to pay attention to me when I'm about to say, because they're telling you, if we go down, you have to open this door and you have to help people out.
I've seen some of them, reprimand someone and say, if you're not going to listen to me, we're going to have to put you in a different seat. And I was like, oh my God. Not me, but the person that was, sitting in that same row. We do a lot of traveling during the holidays, and a lot of people are worried about getting sick when they're on an airplane. Americans nationwide continue with record travel during the winter months, with many flying to see friends and family. We all do it. A record 3.1 million travelers were screened by the TSA on Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Wow. Even more were expected during Christmas and the New Year. But with crowded airports and packed planes, easy to get sick, right? Experts say the biggest risk for travelers won't be what they touch, but what they breathe. One doctor says your best bet to avoid getting sick from plane travel: choose the window seat farthest away from the bathroom.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. But
yes.
When you realize that, because you think, you're flying in the air, they just probably have a window popped open and some fresh air is coming in. There's no fresh air in an airplane at all.
No.
It's recirculated. That means if you're all the way in the back, all right, and you open up that fish sandwich, everybody in that place will smell it.
Your fish sandwich.
But the same thing goes, I imagine, with the bacteria or whatever else in there.
Do you turn the fan on?
If it's really hot, I'll do it, but I won't put it on me. I'll just get it just so that the air will circulate.
Yeah.
That's about. That sounds like you don't.
I'm the same way. I'm always hesitant, but if it's hot on the plane, I kind of want to have something just to kind of keep me cool.
And what we forget, and my wife reminds me all the time, like when we get home, we get out for our flight, we go out to our car, and it's with the hand sanitizer. Because you think, everybody goes up and does that, and you're also stuck in that same place,
Yes.
and you're touching. If for some reason we
yes.
forget about it, and then we eat with our hands, and you're like,
Yes.
think about how gross that is.
Well, and then you don't realize how much you touch your face either.
that's another thing,
that's the
right?
other part of the equation, which is tough.
You know, and we all have our favorites as well. Some say the front of the airplane is safer than the back or whatever. I don't worry about safety. I'm figuring if something happens, I'm going to start paying attention to that. So I think I'm okay 8 rows back to the right.
I think you're
next to the
okay 8
window.
rows back. And who wants to sit by the bathroom anyway?
You know you bought your ticket late,
Yeah.
right, James? If you're
James?
sitting back there.
Hey, I was going to tell you, one of the things I absolutely love is coming back to Orlando when somebody changes their child's diaper in the seat instead of going to the bathroom.
Don't do it in
And
the
when
seat,
you see
folks.
plenty of people take off their shoes, knowing that their feet really, really smell.
I think-
it's awesome and amazing.
I remember one flight, I mean, they even said, do not take off your shoes.
Did
I
they
think it might
really?
be a safety thing, because you think about it, like if something does crash, you know, and there's probably going to be broken
Yeah.
glass everywhere, you're going to be walking with no shoes on. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, don't, count on that, but don't take your shoes off anyway.
Have you ever seen somebody with bare feet, and I've seen it happen before, on the airplane, and they walk to the bathroom, and they go in that nasty airplane bathroom, and then they're out, 5 minutes later, bare feet, back to their seat. It's just disgusting.
And they're the ones that they
Put
kick
their
feet up next
onto
to you where it's
onto
right
the arm. Yeah, that is the worst.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
And we go back to the Transportation Secretary,
Yeah,
I think about a
Sean
month ago.
Duffy.
He came out and said, listen, maybe we need to start dressing up when we go back to the airport.
I loved
Quit wearing
it.
pajamas. I'm like, amen, brother.
It's a great point. I mean, I get comfort, and you want to be comfortable. You want to be able to take your shoes off quickly if you need to get through TSA, but for the love of Benji, don't wear pajamas to the airport,
Right.
please.
And
All right.
bonnets.
Yeah.
And bonnets?
And bonnets,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Let us know what you think. Where do you sit on the airplane? Do you have a favorite seat?
Which ways you could stay, without the face
Yeah.
mask? What things that you do
And
to
those
stay
face
healthy?
masks don't really work. Come on, let's just be honest about that. Okay, so when your child keeps bugging you for one of those kids' cars, this is what you get them.
This small car for kids, but admittedly fine for adults as well, has an attachment on the front so your kids can clean their floor while they're riding it, as well as shining blue light on the floor below it while it goes. I'm pretty sure there's probably a weight limit, but I definitely zoomed around this and cleaned my floor today. It has several speeds, and once you get the hang of it, it's really, really fun. The best part is it's for indoors or outdoors, so send them outside when you need to.
That's a
don't-
great idea.
I don't know why I never thought about this before, but a portable go-kart that either kids or adults can ride, and it acts like a Roomba around your house too.
we were just talking about germs. It has that blue light that's supposed to kill the bacteria.
Yes.
That's interesting. Really cool. Now, see, I would want that. I
I
would go
know,
around the
right?
house like that, but for kids, maybe somebody got one of those underneath their Christmas tree. That can't be cheap though, right?
$200.
$200
The
bucks?
price. It's a little expensive. It's less expensive than most of those, automatic vacuum cleaners that you can get.
Oh, that's true.
So, this kind of does a little bit of both. It vacuums. It
Spot cleans.
Spot cleans. It might do a little mopping there.
Your kid would be the spot cleaner. Now,
Yeah.
I know that this idea came from, I've seen socks, or shoes rather, they're like flip-flops that you would put on, and they're like mops as well. So it's the same concept, but
Oh.
you're using your feet, you're sliding over the floor to kind of do some cleaning.
Okay.
I like this idea. For $200, it's, you just said it,
Yeah.
it's close to like what a Roomba or whatever would
Yeah.
cost. And the kids would have fun with it. It'd be great if it was by itself too, because you can just put the baby on it and put it around and just see like a cat. You ever seen those videos of the cats?
Yes.
Where they just that
Like in
would
a
be
basket,
fun.
and they're just like cruising around. And you can program these things to know to map out your house.
Oh, you can. Okay, cool.
Right, and then but some parents are a little worried about the safety aspect of it. These go-karts can go up to 5 miles an hour with no seatbelt or enclosure.
If you're willing to let your kid go through the living room with all of your expensive vases on the counter and that sort of thing, have at it. James, you would have a clean house with your kids,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hey, first of all, this is child labor. I got a lawyer for you. Second of all, she knows she bought that for herself. And if you're that worried about the kids rolling around the house, give them a helmet, and we'll be okay. It's all
fun.
good. It's all good.
My thought
Pop
is,
that back up there, Keegan.
yeah,
Watch it
it's
again.
really fun to watch. My thought is like if I step on a Lego in the middle of the night with my bare foot, then I can put that kid on one of these things and have them clean the house.
Hey, that's a good idea. Like, maybe you can put like an attachment on the like KitchenAid has on their mixers.
Well, yes.
And like where it's like a dump truck where it just picks up all their toys,
That's a
as they're scooping through.
fabulous
or
idea.
their clothes so that they can push them underneath the bed.
Yes.
See that?
Oh my God, that's great.
I love this idea, and that's what's so great about America is that somebody goes, they make them for feet. Why not just make it where kids can have some fun as well?
And I love the idea as an adult you can get on that thing and cruise around the house.
This is a grandpa and grandma present for the grandkids.
Totally is.
Because they'll want to
Yeah.
come over your house. Hey, can we ride the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Why not?
And the parent's gonna go, oh, why did you get on this thing? No, it's great.
It's better than a drum set.
Yeah,
Tell them that, right?
yes.
All right, we got more Daily Flash coming up your way. Stick around. Of course, the last day of the year. We are ready for 2026.
Woohoo!
But we still got more 2025 left. More Daily Flash.
Bring it on.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Finances, our next guest teaches you how to take control of your money. Her new book, Train Your Money, an expert's winning playbook for your financial success, lays out the game plan. Joining us now from Financial Footwork founder Hillary Saylor. Welcome, Hillary.
Hello, good morning.
Well, good morning to you. So tell us, what is the #1 money mistake you think every person makes?
This is a fun one because I think the digital age of money has changed things a lot. And when I say that, what I mean is it's so easy to spend money now. Just one click buy on anything and everything. And I think that that takes away some of the awareness with money that we need in order to control it and be able to actually manage it properly. So I think the #1 money mistake that I see a lot of my clients make is simply not bringing awareness to how and when they're spending because it's so easy. So that means we have to try a little bit harder and think a little bit more about what we're doing.
I agree. There's so many of those impulse buys, right? So now tell us, your book is called Train Your Money. What does that mean exactly?
Think about a 12-week fitness program. Most of us have done some sort of fitness program in our life. And I realized many, many years ago that finance and fitness go hand in hand. You can't do money once and hope that you're going to get it perfectly right. You have to do the reps, meaning you have to practice with it all the time. And so Train Your Money is about taking all the fundamental tools you need to be successful with money and then implementing them into your daily life on a regular basis.
I love that, and I completely agree. And I love that like metaphor, fitness and finance. So tell us, what is the first thing you would tell someone who feels overwhelmed by their finances? And I've been there, trying to just organize your financing and take care of it. Tell us one thing.
I think we all feel that way about money, but there is hope. It doesn't have to be scary, even though I know a lot of us feel like it's scary all the time. And my #1 takeaway with how to control the stress around money is finding the things that you can control. They might be something very small. It could be something as simple as saving $5 a month. It could be something as simple as maybe not swiping the credit card for a certain amount of money on a daily basis, but controlling what you can control and then starting to add little things on a daily basis that will actually help you improve your financial life. But we get so overwhelmed by the big picture that we don't look at the little things that will actually benefit us and drive us to success.
I love that, and I agree. It reminds me of like being as a kid and having that piggy bank and just taking one step at a time, one little quarter at a time, like takes you, saves you along for the long run. All right, so what is one simple habit from the book that anyone can start today?
Ooh, this one's my favorite. well, I'll give you two, but my favorite one is audit your social media circle. And what I mean by that is we have this TikTok shop, impulse buy, Instagram purchase, ads in our face all the time. If you're following things on social media that are causing you to want to buy, try to limit that. Audit that circle, remove some of those instant gratification pushes. And then piggybacking on that is figuring out how to cash flow yourself in a way that works. And most people hate the word budget. They hate it. They don't like it. And there's a lot of different ways that budgets can come into play for individuals. So we do a lot in this book around helping people find a system that works for them.
I love that. And I think that a budget is like the principle, right? It's the starter so that people can see their finances and kind of avoid those impulse buys. And I love the approach of don't follow those little stores or things that are going to kind of tempt you, right?
They'll get you. And if you're not looking at a budget and writing things down, or at least doing something on your phone where you can track the money, it makes it that much harder to save and that much easier to spend. But if you have a goal and you're tracking that information, you're a lot less likely to hit that one-click buy.
Absolutely. Well, tell us, Hillary, where can our viewers purchase your book and where can they connect with you?
Absolutely. You can go to trainyourmoney.com, or you can find us on all social platforms at financialfootwork.com. And we actually have a full free budgeting playbook on our website, financialfootwork.com. So if you need that, go pick it up. It's an awesome tool. I believe in giving as much free advice as I can with finances so that people don't have that overwhelming stress. So come check us out, send us questions. We'd love to help.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Hillary.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, Jackson.
Yeah, I want to talk about that big story coming out of Hollywood.
Hold on. Wait. I want to get Matt in on this call, all right? Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Mitch and Dias?
Matty!
Mitchie.
Mateus.
Mitch, my man.
So, Matty of Birkenshire.
What's going on?
Hey, AJ wants us to talk about a big story that's happening.
This kid, the Kiki, says hi. He has his own Instagram.
That's great, Matt, but I really want to talk about this big story coming out of Hollywood.
Oh, dog and cat! It's
You should check it out. This kid, the Kiki.
I want to know what's going on.
What?
Oh, okay, so real quick. Why does he still have a dial-up modem?
Hey, I gotta get back to wrestling stuff.
It's on the media.
You know what? Maybe we should just try this later.
Okay, all right. Peace and love.
Daily Flash.
Where are you?
It's just better when you're part of the conversation. Join us online.
Keeping pets happy and healthy is every pet parent's top priority, and protecting them from fleas and ticks plays a big role in their overall well-being. Joining us today is Dr. Craig Pryor. He's here to talk about a groundbreaking advancement in pet care. So, Doctor, as we head into the fall and winter months, what should pet owners be aware of in terms of fleas and ticks?
You know, it's a very common misperception that flea and tick activity decreases this time of year. We actually see a spike this time of year. They're incredibly resilient, and we do know that they'll move indoors. They don't mind colder temperatures, so they can survive very, very well. And, the biggest thing is the diseases they carry. So we see Lyme disease, we see tapeworms, we see other flea and tick-borne diseases. So as you want to go outside and enjoy the outdoors, looking at leaves or hiking with your pet or any other type of activity, it's important to remember that we protect our pets, because ultimately if we're protecting our pets, we're also protecting our family. And flea and tick risk is a year-round issue now in the United States.
And what can pet owners do to protect against fleas and ticks?
There are multiple products out there, but they all rely upon the owner remembering to give a product on a consistent, regular basis. And therein lies the rub. We know from a global survey that Merck Animal Health did that 46% of owners regularly miss doses, and 56% of owners find it challenging to give products to their pets. So we end up with all these what we call compliance gaps. The pets are at risk. Good news is we now have Bravecto Quantum, which is the first and only parasiticide that provides a full 12 months protection for fleas and most ticks to your pet just with a single dose. So this is a product that is given by your veterinarian. So the injection can be given when you go in for their yearly checkup, and it's protecting your dog against fleas and most ticks for 12 months with a single injection. For veterinarians, that's a game changer because we know that we're getting a full year of compliance or protection for that pet. For the pet owner, what we see is we're taking one more thing off your plate. So it's helping to keep you, to give you peace of mind and to keep your pet healthy. Because you got busy lives. You're trying to keep up with your job, your work, your family, your home, and your pet. And so we can do one more thing for you. It's one less thing you have to worry about.
Where can people go to get this product for their dog and learn more?
Talk to your veterinarian. They're the local experts. They're the ones that understand you, your pet, can talk to you about Bravecto Quantum. And just be cautious if your dog's got a history of seizures or neurological disorders. You can also go to us.bravecto.com.
Thank you, Doctor. We'll be sure to post this information on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
This is really cool. Thank you there, Jackson. A sports memorabilia collector recently acquired, get this, 4 million trading cards. And when you get 4 million trading cards, there's going to be some good ones in there, including 30 rare Babe Ruths.
Oh my goodness.
This is actually being called the biggest baseball card deal ever. He's 66 years old. He obtained the colossal collection, worth about $7 million. The deal included every baseball set since 1948, prized rookies, and thousands of autographed cards.
Wow.
Seller had spent 50 years amassing the impressive stockpile, which he stored in his attic, and I'm sure now he's ready to retire, and he's able to do so with $7 million worth of cards. And people forget about how big they were, number one, and then how they still are today.
I feel like they're making a comeback because it seems like a lot of people are talking about collecting baseball cards again, and it's kind of like this new trend.
Do you think it's because it's something tangible? I mean, now we're in a digital age where you have NFTs or you have whatever that you collect, but you have something that is physical and you can touch it. I bet you that's probably why it's still popular card trading.
Yeah.
It's still such a big deal.
Also, I think it's a great hobby for like dads and sons.
Yeah.
It's something that they can share. And I don't know, to me, I think you're right on the money when it becomes something that's tangible that you can touch and feel and hold and you can see it on a shelf as opposed to being stored on your phone.
That's what we think about it. And and the craziness that they do to preserve these cards.
Yes.
Number one, if just a slight nick on the corner could take off thousands of dollars of its worth. So this guy's got something big. It's really neat to see what he's going to do.
Think about all the extra space the one guy that sold all the cards has now in his attic, right?
And all the money he's counting too.
Now here's a little genius with a big IQ. At just 2 years of age, Joseph Harris Birchall is the youngest member of Mensa.
Here we go.
The exclusive society for people with exceptionally high intelligence. Mensa admits only those who score in the top 2% on a standardized IQ test. The threshold starts with a score of 132 or better. While his exact IQ was not revealed, Joseph's incredible intellect pushed him to surpass the record of the youngest ever Mensa member. To qualify for membership, individuals must demonstrate exceptional cognitive abilities in various intellectual areas, including problem-solving, logic, and language comprehension.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
There are. I took one online, and it said it was like an IQ test, and I did really well on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it made me. I was like, but then I had somebody else do it, and they had scored a very close to me, and I go, there's no way this dude's smarter than me. So if you take one of these tests online, they're not real. Don't be a Sharon Stone and say you're in Mensa by taking those lines. Remember when she did that?
I was thinking the Seinfeld episode.
Oh, yeah. When they cheat?
Yeah.
When George cheats.
KSA Entertainment is dedicated to uplifting the communities we serve. Through KSA Cares, we're bringing awareness to the causes that matter most, supporting those who work tirelessly to make a difference. From honoring veterans to championing environmental responsibility, KSA Cares is committed to inspiring positive change. At KSA Entertainment, we're here for the stories that bring us closer. Innovate with us. We can make a difference. Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash, trending news and entertainment.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Mitch English, so I won't cough on the air. I'm Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash. No, I'm not, what do they call it? before you go out. What is it,
pre-gaming.
Pre-gaming. I'm not pre-gaming. That is water.
Okay.
We welcome you on this last day of the year here to Daily Flash.
It is December 31st. All right, James is standing by. He's got to look at our stations. Who's watching us and where, James?
I mean, people are watching us all over the world, including social media, Armed Forces Network, and an amazing 219 stations across the country. If you want to find us, go to our website, click on the Where to Watch tab. And today we're going to highlight our local friends from WVVH-TV in New York City, New York. All right. Let me get my New York voice here, all right? So give a shout out to Greg and Ernie Smizia, who are the owners of that station. Hey.
Please tell me that's not your Italian. Is that your Italian?
I'm partly Italian.
Brooklyn.
That's his
Okay, you're Brooklyn.
Big shout out to Greg and Ernie Schmizzy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. But guess what, guys? I got a fun fact for you.
Lay it on us,
Did
man.
you know that over 800 languages are spoken in New York City?
800.
And that's just on the subway.
800.
That's when those Apple earbud interpreter things are going to come in handy.
Makes sense, right? Makes sense.
That is a lot. I never even thought about how many different. That makes complete sense. And if you think what New York is, I mean, it's actually
melting pot.
welcome. We brought them in right there with Ellis Island, so you could see just that. Really cool. I had no idea. 800 different languages, and then add the dialects of each one too. So probably even more, right? So think about that. Looks like Time Out magazine. They've actually named, since today is the last day of the year, New Year's Eve, and we all think of New York City, but they're naming the best city in the world to spend New Year's Eve. Guess what? They say it's in Europe.
Paris.
Well, Madrid, believe it or not.
Really?
The Spanish capital actually takes parties very, very seriously.
Yes, they do.
New Year's, no exception whatsoever. Midnight, basically it's a warm-up lap for an all-night party. It actually goes on to the wee small hours of the morning. You can also get a bonus go at the countdown at 1 a.m. to celebrate the Canary Islands catching up to mainland Spain, which is a pretty unique experience. But it's not just about partying. They're also there, the dearly held local traditions that you'll be able to join in on if you celebrate New Year's Eve in Madrid. So if you have some places to go, that's one of them. We mentioned New York City, which is the best place, and I'm sure that our friends at WVVH will agree, the best place to see the Times Square is on television.
Yes, from the comfort of your own living room.
And there are some rules if you ever, because everybody goes, I want to see it, be at Times Square for New Year's Eve. Not the thing to do. People say they wear diapers all the time, and that's not an exaggeration, right? And it's also a locked-in thing, from my understanding.
Once you're in, you're not supposed to leave, or if you leave, you cannot return. So if you're going to Times Square, and maybe maybe it's changed, but the last time I checked, that was the standard protocol. So once you've got the ticket, once you're in there for good. If you do leave, you can't come back in.
And think of it like as an airplane. They won't let you, if you're on the plane, everybody will have to leave, but that's the case because of safety measure, which I kind of appreciate that, but you might better have a very good excuse if you want to get out of it.
Unless you're lucky enough to be Ryan Seacrest and you can have VIP elite treatment.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
all right, here's
your
some
personal bathroom.
Other things that drop around the world. I thought here in the United States we could focus on. In Atlanta, Georgia, they drop a peach. That makes sense.
Yes, of course. A giant guitar in Nashville?
A big pick, I believe it is.
Oh, a big guitar pick. Oh,
so
I love
falls
that.
down.
Okay.
Boise, what do you think falls down there?
Potato.
A potato for sure.
Yeah.
A cheese wedge in Plymouth, Wisconsin.
I love that cheese wedge.
Cheese wedge, it makes a lot of sense, right? They've got a giant cowboy hat in Prescott, Arizona.
Cowboy boot.
Cowboy boot, I'm sorry. And then other places like Raleigh, North Carolina, they do an acorn.
Acorn, and then bologna in Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
Now, James drops the bologna all the time. Right?
Hey,
I had to get that.
Going back to my New York voice.
I had to get that one in at least to the end of the year, right? All right, no bologna. We'll be back right after this. Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year.
We're getting ready for tonight.
And it's not Happy New Year's. It's Happy New Year.
Very good. Thank you.
I get to sit down with the king of balladeers and one of the greatest voices of our generation, Peabo Bryson. He's celebrating 50 years in the industry, and I can't wait to dig in. Check it out.
Get baby on in my arms again. This time I'll love you much better.
As an interviewer, you're not supposed to pick favorites. But you, my friend, to me, I have goosebumps. You have one of the best voices, I think, on the planet. You really do.
You see, you're talking about my gift. I mean, there's never been a moment in my life where I felt I was doing something or I was accomplishing something. It's all about grace for me. It's all about divine gifts and how I was raised, and everything goes always filters back to my core beliefs.
Congrats on reaching the rare milestone of 50 years in the music business. And like the consummate performer you are, you've been on the road in the only way to celebrate with the Golden Touch Tour.
When I was my son, I have a son we have a son who's 7.5 years old.
Mhm.
And when I was his age, my mother uh, took me to a concert in Greenville, South Carolina, my hometown.
Right.
We had the distinction of having a 6,000 seat new auditorium. So everybody that was ever anybody came there. As a boy, I watched in the height of segregation, music and music artists transcend racism, politics, and religion simultaneously and had everybody standing up fellowshipping. My goal at this particular point is to recreate that moment I saw when I was 7.5 years old, every single black.
Oh, the little scared. Be the one prepared. Purity and loving.
You are the king of Disney. I mean, you really are.
Celine, I think she was just terrified that she was going to trounce me, just going to run all over me. So they put this glass partition between us. It had a wood frame, but it had a window-like thing at the top of it so we could actually see each other. We're looking at each other. She looks at me. She's very tentative, and she opens up her mouth and she starts to sing, and she sends me some of her uh, C plus stuff, I want to say. And I look at her and I just smile, and I send her some of my B stuff. And she looks at me, her eyes get big, and she looks at me and she gives me a little smirk. And it starts to hit the gears, and I hit the gear, and we're suddenly smiling at each other. Because you got to understand something about these songs. They don't come with instructions, and no one in the room is going to suggest you approach it in any way, shape, or form. No one's going to say anything.
Really? No one gave any guidance?
No.
Really?
Whatever you gave it's what you heard.
Oh, take around me. All she wants to do with me.
Grace, your upcoming new album that you are putting out in 2026, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
The thing about working with Jimmy and Terry is this. They let you do as much as you can do. If you can do something, they check their egos at the door. Jimmy and Terry will challenge me in ways that nobody else has the courage to do.
Visit PeeboBryson2.com for news, music, show dates, and so much more. Make sure to catch him on the Golden Touch Tour in select cities nationwide, and keep an eye out for Peebo's new album, Grace, to be released in 2026. You're fabulous, and I am just so happy.
You are.
You are.
I have enjoyed this so much. You have no idea.
And if you want to hear more of our great conversation, visit here. I'm Doreen Taylor with The Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash. See you next time.
As the weather gets cooler, many homeowners are looking for ways to stay comfortable and safe while keeping energy costs down. Joining us from a custom home in Virginia is HGTV star Matt Blishaw. Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So why is it so important to consider what kind of energy powers a home?
Well, as a contractor, I've worked on hundreds of homes, and I can say your energy choice impacts how a home performs. Families, they're looking for reliable, affordable, clean energy like propane. And propane can power all major appliances, not just the barbecue in your backyard. So you got heating, cooking, hot water, clothes drying, even backup power. And propane appliances, they last longer and they run more efficiently.
Why do families need to consider how important their energy is within their home?
So I learned a lesson because I needed to learn about resiliency with a home. I went through a tornado 4 years ago at my house and I was left without power. I didn't have any kind of power generation. And I thought about, okay, what do I need to do to prepare? So I bought a propane powered generator. It auto starts seconds after the outage. The best part about it is that the quality of propane doesn't degrade over time like diesel or regular fuel. So you're going to have that peace of mind. My family has that peace of mind. When the power goes out, we can go as life goes on.
What about lowering monthly bills when it comes to energy costs?
So you want to choose appliances that run efficiently and have a longer lifespan, like propane furnaces. They last 50% longer than electric heat pumps. Tankless water heaters are great. They're very efficient with the water. Clothes dryers, they dry faster, gentler on fabrics. It all adds up to greater efficiency. You guys can visit propane.com/formyhome to learn all about these great tips.
Matt, thank you. We'll post this on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Security isn't just for big corporations anymore. Smart tools are helping small business owners monitor, deter, and respond to threats in real time. Here's more.
Small businesses face constant security challenges, from protecting property to keeping employees and customers safe. Simply Safe is stepping in with a new suite of professional-grade security solutions designed specifically for business owners. TV host and entrepreneur Chip Wade has more.
As a business owner, I travel a lot for work, and it's reassuring to have a system that not only lets me monitor my businesses no matter where I am, but it's protected by trained agents who will intervene if there's trouble. It's about knowing my offices and workshops are protected even when I can't be there.
Simply Safe Business Security offers customizable plans backed by 24/7 monitoring. Key features include AI-powered cameras, live agents who can help prevent crimes and call for help in an emergency, multi-camera live streaming, customized user access, and elevated customer support.
Simply Safe aims to give business owners just like me peace of mind so they can focus on growing their businesses, all without long-term contracts or cancellation penalties.
To learn more, visit simplysafe.com.
October is Menopause Awareness Month. It's a chance to spotlight a stage of life that often doesn't get talked about enough. Here's dermatologist Dr. Marisha Garshik with more.
Thanks so much for having me. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, women's skin loses about 30% of collagen during the first 5 years of menopause. They will notice changes such as dryness, dullness, loss of elasticity, lines, and wrinkles. So it's super important to replenish it as much as possible. And there is a new serum that I'm loving that Skin Better Science has launched called Maestro Revive Renewing Serum. It's a new formula designed to rejuvenate the look of skin and restore vitality during hormonal fluctuations associated with perimenopause and menopause. What's special about it is that it's formulated with Path Biotechnology, which is a proprietary blend of 13 plant adaptogens selected to harmonize pathways affected by these hormonal fluctuations and clinically tested for women ages 45 and up with dry to very dry perimenopausal or menopausal skin. It revives, rebalances, and restores skin's natural luminosity and youthful appearance. It was clinically tested and showed a 32% improvement in crepey skin, 22% improvement in lines and wrinkles, and 60% improvement in hydration. I especially love that the skin just feels good and more resilient when using this product, and that it's so easy to layer into a skincare routine. You can find it exclusively through authorized Skin Better Science providers or online at skinbetter.com. Now, beyond skincare, wellness matters too. Supporting your body with nutrient-rich foods, staying hydrated, managing stress, and light exercise can help ease the transition through menopause. Remember, it's not about anti-aging, it's about better aging through this important stage that affects all women at some point in their lives.
And now we get some good news. There's new medication that's showing some promise for diabetics. Here's more.
Type 2 diabetes is one of the most significant health challenges in the U.S.
While there's no cure, a new non-surgical investigational procedure is showing promise as a future treatment. Unlike current treatments, it uses electric pulses to restore the poorly functioning cells in the top part of the small intestine, commonly seen with patients diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. The goal is to slow or stop the progression of the disease.
Patients who are interested in learning more can visit resetstudy.com.
Perimenopause can hit earlier than many expect. Today we're talking with experts on why awareness is so important. Here's what you need to know.
Perimenopause is most women in their 40s, a lot of women 35 and up. And the symptoms are much bigger than just hot flashes and night sweats, right? So you see increase in depression. You see a lot of sleeping problems. So 2/3 of women don't sleep well. You see changes to your hair and skin. So you see less hair loss, but you also see dry hair, dry skin, vaginal dryness.
These symptoms are real, but women feel invisible as it relates to these symptoms. So we created a brand new innovative collection. The Wellness Care Collection by Plus One is a brand new, clean, and affordable solution for some of the symptoms related to perimenopause. We are so proud of this collection and are happy to be launching it for Menopause Awareness Month with both Walgreens and Walmart. For more information about Plus One, you can go to myplusone.com. You can search by symptom and find some of the products we talked about today.
For expert care visits, you can go to joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com and book a visit.
And now check out this great family gift to stay connected.
The holidays are here, and as your family schedules fill up with festive events and winter activities, staying connected is more important than ever. This season, give yourself the gift of peace of mind with Verizon Family Plus. Always know where your loved ones are. With location monitoring and alerts, you can track them using GPS or approximate network location on Verizon's reliable network. Set alerts and get notified the moment they come and go from preset locations. And keep an eye on your family's digital life, too. Our parental controls give you the peace of mind to set safe screen time limits and easily block specific apps and websites. Driving Insights gives every family member a post-drive report to help encourage those safer habits. And when you need a hand, Roadside Assistance is there for you with up to 4 claims per year and 10 miles of towing. With Verizon Family Plus, you get coverage designed to keep your whole family protected. Stay connected, stay secure, and drive safely this holiday season. Get all the essential features of Family Plus for just $10 a month when you add it as a perk on your My Plan. Visit Verizon.com/family today.
Well, as we kind of wrap up the hour here, I got some good news. I know, Matt, you're going to be excited about this. I haven't told you yet. We were discussing a little bit about it. But as you may or may not know, we all have our favorite restaurants, the fast food restaurants that we go to, right?
Yes.
Whenever Matt and I, the first thing when we go to Vegas for CES or whatever we're doing out there, or LA.
Yep.
First place we stop.
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger every single time, no matter
Starve
what.
myself on the way there.
And so, good news is, I'm sure you've already heard, they are opening up a second headquarters in Tennessee.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, and everybody's like, well, it's because they can't get the meat across the country. They want to have, that's what they say.
That's always the
rumor. It seems like it's set up for a dirty joke.
Right?
Right?
Sorry.
But here's the thing about it. That's not necessarily the case. The reason why they chose Tennessee is because they feel that they can get the meat. It's kind of like Texas is the center place. So instead of going west to California, they can go east to Tennessee in just about the same amount of time. So obviously, places like where we're at in Florida, we're begging and begging.
Yes.
The CEO came on and says, sorry, we're not ever coming to Florida. We're not coming to Florida. They didn't say never. So we're not coming to Florida.
They're going to go to the Georgia line, watch.
But they are opening up 5 more stores for In-N-Out Burgers. 3 in Tennessee, 2 in California, which, you know.
I'm surprised,
But he did come out talking about, because like, well, what's going to happen to all your California stores? He said, well, since COVID came through, that took a big hit. But also, the guy said, it's not easy raising a family in California.
No.
And we're a family operated, the whole family's supposed to go. But it's even harder to run a business in California.
Yes.
So some kind of took that as like, okay, even though like their beef comes from Texas and they're kind of based out of California or whatever, could there be a possible move to that? As of right now, they have no plans of going anywhere further than where Texas can get that meat in the same amount of time that they can get it to anywhere else. So I would love to see it.
I would, but it's a strategy thing too, because they're going to cannibalize that. Because the first place, travelers when they go out west, that's the first place they go. If I have it here, I mean, if I go to California, I'm not necessarily going to go right there like I always do.
I'll go. My wife will have to be out of town, but I'll go.
That is true.
We'll have to sneak the wrappers.
I think there's been a big invite from our governor here for them to open up some sort of headquarters in Florida, and that may or may not happen. Fingers crossed, it might.
The CEO said,
no.
They're begging us, and they go, it's not going to happen.
Never say never.
But never say never. You're absolutely right. We were in and out. No one got hurt, right?
No.
Except James.
No, they didn't.
His bad knee is what he's saying. That does it for our show.
We're animal style, baby.
Go, and Matt's going to go animal style, so stick around for that.
Double.
Double it all.
Animal style,
I'm going to read the scriptures underneath the cup.
Yeah.